Hi, everybody, and welcome back. My name is Alicia, and I'm joined again by...
Michael, hello.
And today we're going to be talking about must-know business buzzwords. So let's get right into it. Michael, what is your first buzzword that we must know?
First thing I thought of with buzzwords was synergy. Synergy. So this, I think, is like the archetype buzzword that you probably shouldn't use, in my opinion, because it doesn't really mean much. It's a little bit ambiguous. The rest of the buzzwords I chose, I think, are really useful ones that you're going to use in everyday life. But this one, first thing that came to mind, but just means kind of working together, right?
Yeah.
But it sounds much more powerful, more exciting, right?
Yeah, it really just means to work together with someone else or to work together as part of a group. Like, we have good synergy, I think, is a sentence that you might hear that. And it just means you work well together, but it's one of those words that sounds fancier than it really is. You know, the true meaning isn't so.
Yeah, and it's overused too, right?
Yeah, synergy.
So what about you? What's your word?
Let's see. What shall I choose for my first one? Oh, I've picked, you can use two words in this phrase. I hear going forward or moving forward, which means like just the next step or what you're going to do in the future, your future plans or your future ideas. But I hear it like in planning meetings, for example, maybe like they'll say, so going forward, we expect blah, 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 or moving forward, this is what we'd like to do. It's like, just say in the future. I don't know why, but going forward or moving forward sounds kind of like a buzzword to me.
So I'm pretty sure you choose these kinds of words. They have to choose everything they use very carefully to give the right impression. So going forward sounds like you're making progress. Even if you're firing people and your business is going down, well, you're going forward, you're going in the right direction, right?
Yeah.
So maybe a lot of these buzzwords are a good way to to sugarcoat maybe bad news or to make good news sound even better, right?
Not all business buzzwords are bad, I don't think, but yeah. Anyway.
Which?
Going forward.
This is a good one. And you use this in everyday life too. Think outside the box. I think this is good. This is I would just say like an idiom. Synergy, I don't feel like qualifies as, an idiom or something. It's been overused to where you probably shouldn't use it. But think outside the box has been used so much that it's now a part of our everyday vocabulary. And it just means that in the box means doing what you're supposed to do, doing what you've been told to do, what's the norm, that kind of a thing. And if you think outside the box, it's being creative, having a new idea, having something that's never been thought before, not within your realm.
Yeah, I think I agree. That has usually a positive image, at least for me. I would say maybe the phrase is guilty of overuse. People will say, think outside the box. It's like, yeah, I know. I think, at least in American business culture, I think maybe, at least in my case, you're kind of raised expecting to think outside the box, expecting to have new ideas. So you kind of already feel like you're supposed to be doing that. But it is a good thing to keep in mind. Okay, yeah, but I think that's a good phrase. You can use that in business settings or in just, regular settings as well, casual conversations. All right, let's see. For my next one, I guess I'll choose this one just because I feel like it's overused. This word is robust. Robust. I feel like you can throw in robust just about anywhere you feel like a word needs an extra emphasis or something just needs a little extra push. Like, we have a robust plan. I hear politicians use this word a lot, as well as business people. But robust, it's just an emphasizer, really, in my mind. It has kind of, at least for me, the image of strength or like doing something really, really well, or it's very thought through. But it's just sort of an empty word to me, like to have a robust plan or we have a robust program or whatever. It's like, well, shouldn't your plan be good or shouldn't your program be good? It's a little bit silly to say that again. But so that's kind of a buzzwordy thing for me. Do you get that nuance from the word robust? It just feels sort of empty to me.
To me, robust, I don't know. I don't.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe that one's just me then.
Yeah, sorry. I was trying to think of something, but I don't.
Fine. Yeah. Maybe that's just me. Okay, what do you have? What's your next one?
I don't know. Let's see. This one's pretty good. My next word is touch base. My next phrase is touch base. So this is something, again, you'll hear inside, outside of the business world. And this just means to keep in touch, to make contact. So a lot of times when you're making plans and you're sending emails back and forth, blah, 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 you will say, let's touch base. Let's touch base next week. Or when you find out, please touch base with me, something like that. Or if you're not really sure, you can also say, keep in contact or keep in touch, something like that.
While you were talking, I was actually trying to imagine or trying to think about why this phrase is touch base. And for a second, I thought it might be baseball related, but that doesn't make sense. It's not like people come together in baseball, touch the same base at any point. But I was thinking about like the children's game hide and seek. Is it hide or maybe it's tag, where everybody has to come to one designated base, one designated like headquarters for the game, and if they touch base, they're safe. Like that's kind of like the meeting point. So I'm guessing that in this way, maybe base is kind of the meeting point where everybody involved in a project, everybody working together on something can come together and talk about something. But we use it, to mean let's share information. I like that phrase, actually. Do you have a negative image of this phrase?
No.
Okay.
Only the first one that I used was negative. I think the rest of these, I tried to choose ones that were more positive, but yeah, most of them kind of have the negative connotations, like robust and synergy, that kind of thing. So.
Yeah, touch base is a good one, though. I like touch base. If it's okay, I'll go to my next
Yeah, what's
one.
another word?
I've chosen the word leverage. Leverage is a very, buzzy, buzzwordy term, I feel. It just means to take advantage of something. Like we're going to leverage our position in the market to get more sales or whatever. It just means to take advantage of something else. But when you use the word leverage as a verb in this way, it just sounds so like going to leverage our relationship with our client company or whatever. It's like, I don't know, especially in a sentence like that, saying you're going to leverage your relationship with somebody else, it sounds, I don't know. That has kind of taking advantage of somebody. I don't really like that word,
it's
leverage.
Like kidnapping. I have leverage. There's some sort of like.
Yeah. It's kind of. I don't really like the nuance of that phrase, I guess. Anything else? Any other things you want to throw out there? Idioms, businessy buzzwords.
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Let's touch base next video.
Good one.
See you. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Thanks very much. We'll see you again next time.